You know, if you carry a gun every day, like I do, and like a lot of you out there do, sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you have to leave your gun in your car. It's just kind of unavoidable. If you're out doing your errands one day and your kid calls sick from school and you gotta go pick them up, or you're out running around and you get a call saying, hey, would you stop at the post office and get some stamps? You know, you're gonna be somewhere where you can't actually carry your gun, so you have to leave it in your vehicle. Now, a lot of people have a problem with leaving a gun in your vehicle, but I don't really have a big problem with it. As long as you put it out of sight, roll up your windows, lock your doors, take reasonable precautions to make sure someone can't easily get a hold of that gun, I think you're doing the right thing. You're doing what you need to do to leave that gun in your car. For someone to get that gun, they're going to be willing to break the law, and they're going to go to quite a bit of effort breaking the law to do it. They're going to shatter glass, break a lock, etc. to get into your car and get that gun. So it's not going to be easy for them, and they're going to have to be a criminal to do it. And you're not responsible for the actions of criminals. If someone else is willing to violate the law and your personal property, that's not your fault. That's not on you. If someone is a criminal, that's on them, not you. Now, I do prefer when people take a little extra precaution, like if they install a safe in their car or one of those lock boxes under the seat with the cable on it, etc. But I don't always require it. But sometimes I do think it is required. Like me personally, I drive a Jeep. A Jeep has no level of security whatsoever. All you got to do to break into a Jeep is unzip the back window, because mine is a soft top. Because I'm like, well, why own a Jeep if it's not a soft top? So my Jeep is a soft top, and it's easy to break into. So I have to take extra steps, which is why today I'm installing this. Now, this is a heavy gauge steel safe that goes right under the front seat of my car. It's got a pick-proof lock, a recessed door, etc. All kinds of features that make it hard to get into. This is that extra layer of security that I need, since my car doesn't provide much security. And the good thing is it installs really easily, so let's get outside and put it in. So first, all I need to do to install this safe is remove the front two bolts that hold my seat to the floor pan. That's really easy to do. Now, it does take a little bit of effort. These are in really stiff, so I did have to use a breaker bar with this. But once I got them started with the breaker bar, just used a regular 18mm socket set, took the bolts out. Now, once you get both bolts out of the seat, all you got to do is take the safe and slide it into position. The little brackets on the safe slide right over the holes for the original bolts, and then you just have to put the bolts back. And once you have the bolts back in, the safe installation is done. Now, once it's installed, all you do is use the key, and the drawer opens up right into the compartment where your feet would be if you were in the car. And as you can see from outside, you can't even see it when it's closed. When it's open, you can see it, but when it's closed, you don't see anything at all. And as you can also see here, you have no trouble fitting your carry gun in it. This is my Chiappa Rhino, fits right in there. Also, my Beretta PX4 Storm fits in perfectly. A Glock 19 fits in with lots of extra room. So you can fit most of your common carry guns in here with no problem whatsoever. Now, I am going to pad the drawer up a little bit more so things don't shift around if I forget to get my gun out before I take off my car, because I'd hate my gun sliding around, hitting one of those bolt heads and getting scratched. But that's something I'll take care of tomorrow. So as you can see, even if you drive a vehicle as non-secure as a Jeep, all it takes is a little bit of effort and you can make your gun reasonably safe. You can carry your gun with you every day knowing that you can leave it in your car with no problem if your daily activities call for you to have to leave that gun in your car. Now, that was very little effort, and now my gun is safe even in a Jeep if I have to leave it there for a short period of time. Anybody that wanted to take this gun illegally is going to have to go to great means to take it illegally. Now, some people will still have a problem with this because they think it's irresponsible to leave a gun in a car. I don't understand that, because someone could easily steal my car and go commit a violent crime with it, and people wouldn't blame me. Now, they might blame me if I left the car running and left the keys in it, because that's irresponsible. So I can understand if they blame me if I left my gun laying on the seat with the window open, because that's irresponsible. But locking it away in a safe where nobody can get to it unless they're willing to commit an active crime to get it, that's not irresponsible, and that's not my fault if someone chooses to do that. I mean, carrying a gun is my right. It's my right to be armed. It's also my right to think that someone else isn't going to violate my private property and break into my car and take my gun. So I obviously have no problem with someone leaving a gun in the car when they need to. And I know I didn't go into a lot of detail on the safe that I installed or even the installation process, but that wasn't really the point of the video. The point of the video is it just takes a little bit of effort to take those responsible measures to make sure your gun is reasonably safe, and then leaving your gun in the car is not a problem. So if you carry a gun every day, go about your life. Do things anybody else would do. And if you have to leave your gun in your car every now and then, do so. Lock your doors, roll up your windows, keep the gun out of sight. If your car is not secure, then install a safe. Even if your car is secure, install a safe if you want to. There's nothing wrong with taking a little bit of extra measures. But as long as you take responsible measures to be reasonably secure, then it's not on you if someone else breaks the law and misuses your property.